Cinderella woman.
Hello, everybody. This is your man, Jay Takashi, guys. We're here to bring you guys, sorry about that, guys. We're here to bring you a discussion of our most recent adaptation series, One Piece Netflix live action. And I have a couple of people who are going to be on with me tonight. First of all, I want to introduce you to my brother, Zark, aka Zeno, aka Ryuji, aka Tagashi Jr. He has many names and many forms at this point. So, Zark, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's poppin', guys? It's Zark here. I'm here for the discussion of One Piece live action and a few other subjects. So, yeah.
All right, you heard him now. Now, Mandrell is going to be on soon. I've already sent him a link to the stream. And I think we're not going to be on too long tonight, guys. This is going to be relatively short, maybe like an hour if that. I won't let it go on too long. And all in all, like I said, if you're new here, to all my I want to say something to my 6K subscribers. Thank you for helping me get to 6K. Appreciate it. I'll be hitting 7K soon. Depending on the content that I bring out for you guys and all that, and also depends on how this video does and future others. I just want to say that. But there will be a 6K special that we will be doing. It'll be live, and I'm trying to have everybody on, anime guys and my other pals on. But for now, that's going to be put on hold. But I really want to get into this first. So, Zark, you're good to go first on this regards. But I want to let everybody know what we're doing. So, listen, we're going to talk about the adaptation from the manga to the the adaptation from the anime manga to the live action. How does it compare? And also, we're going to get into actors, performances, and also what hit for the most part. But first of all, let me say this. I was because I'm Zark, I will let you go, but let me go first. So the One Piece live action, guys, as you well know, like I said, it's been out for a whole month at this point. And it's got a lot of praise, a lot of love. Even non-anime people are reacting to it, or doing reactions to this. So it just goes to show you how well. Sorry, I got to say. It goes to show you how well that this live adaptation is being looked at, how it's being viewed, praised for its uniqueness. Its uniqueness and differentness than other series. And the people who really put their heart and soul into making sure that the live action hit, they deserve a round of applause. Because, like I said, this thing is trending #1 right now.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh, no, go ahead, sorry. And, sorry. And that's not even just to speak about, like, the freaking numbers that it's getting on Netflix, like the ratings and all that. Like I said, I think the likes have, like, got off the hook for the most part, last I checked. And I was very skeptical of this show at first, but to my surprise, it actually prevailed. Okay, Mandrell, I see you down there. And now that I got the introduction going, I'm going to let you go.
Let me go on what?
First of all, I'd like to say hello to everyone. Hello to everyone in the audience. Hello to everyone watching later. Hello to JJ Kashi and whoever this other person is. I don't know who they are.
So, gang.
It was call him you can call him Zenon for sure. He's always on my anime podcast.
Okay.
Just call me Zark.
Okay, Zark. How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
All right. We're here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the greatest anime of all time, and the greatest manga of all time.
Hold your horses. Pause.
Yes, One Piece.
Yeah,
It is the most. It is a fact. It is the most well-written story in manga in the history of manga.
I'm gonna stop you there.
It is the most well-written. You will not find another manga that is more well fleshed out.
That's cap.
Than that. No, the world building, the character building, the story building, the whole nine is so well fleshed out. And we're here to talk about this because it is the GOAT.
But listen.
Okay.
1,000 episodes in, and we still haven't found the One Piece.
Oh, we don't need to. We didn't need to. It's about the journey, not the destination, brother. The journey.
Took us 1,020 episodes to get Gear 5th.
All right. Here's the thing: you can't. You have to make it make some sense. I know it's a shonen, and none of the shonens make any of the sense. Okay. However, he's at least trying. I'm not. You guys know I'm not lying. None of the shonens make any of the sense. Okay. So, but they're good. They're entertaining. But yeah, One Piece. I'm chilling. One Piece. Where do you want to start? You want to start go back to when Garp invaded Blackbeard's headquarters, or you want to start with back when now that we're back at Egghead Island and Luffy fighting Kizaru?
Well, hold on, man. We're going to talk about that last. Let's get into the live action meat of this. What do you think about the live action overall? And then
the live action overall, it was pretty good. It was not the greatest of all time. It wasn't super fantastic. But it was not terrible. It was more than watchable. It was actually an enjoyable show. I actually enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And that's with me not being biased. I expected absolute just bunk.
I expected
dog water.
Right. I expected absolute dog water, man. I thought I knew that the live action was gonna tank. I knew it, and I was like, I watched the first episode and I was like, yeah, and I wasn't impressed, like at all. So I was like, yeah, this is gonna be about as bad as I thought it was gonna be. However, the more and more I watched it, my feelings towards the Usopp arc, that's my least favorite arc of Romance Dawn. I was bored when I watched that in the anime, and I couldn't wait to get through it when I read it in the manga.
That arc was filler.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and the thing is that's the sad part is what you're saying is true, but that's also a canon story. A canon story, it feels like filler, man. I mean, like that was his weakest writing to date.
I would have rather they skipped that shit and went to Wano immediately.
Well, see, Wano is where that's where it's at. Wano is what's up, but they can't start there. I mean, no one knows the characters. They skipped around a lot. They took scenes that are going to happen later in the story and they put it in this first season. But I think the thing is, I think they did that because they didn't know at the time how long they were going to have. They didn't know if this is going to be a one and done like Cowboy Bebop. They just didn't know. So they took some things and threw it in here.
They gutted Cowboy Bebop, man.
Yeah, that wasn't
Cowboy Bebop either. I knew it was going to shit. I knew it was going to tank too. So.
It's a shame what they did to Cowboy Bebop, but I think they did that. And plus, a lot of it was to fill in things that they had no choice but to take out. You know, so that's why it added so much exposition between Garp and Kobe. That's why we got so much Garp and Kobe and so much exposition with them. Is because there's certain things they had to take out, and they did. So they had to fill the space in with something. So they fleshed out Garp and Kobe's relationship a little. But the actors did. I thought most of the actors did a good job. I'm still not sold on the guy who plays Luffy. I'm not sold on him.
A lot of the cast, I'm not too proud of, to be honest. I'm not too fond of. I feel they could have gotten better actors to play our characters that we've grown to love. But yeah, like you said, it's literally just the first. It's just the first like 50 chapters of the manga that's been reiterated into the live action. So we'll have to wait and see how they play it out. But yeah, right now I give it about a 5 out of 10 for the live action. I've never been fond of live action, so I just feel like they should have just left it as it was and just keep it as an anime. And the fact that they did do a live action doesn't sit well with me.
Right, because people are gonna miss out on a fantastic story. Because the story itself is fantastic, and the tone and energy of the story itself has changed so much since they got into the Grand Line, particularly since they got to the New World, particularly when they got to Wano. That's when you saw a complete shift in the tone.
It stopped being about pirates and turned them into samurai and shit.
Right, and then there's ninjas over there, and then there's people turning into dinosaurs and like
dragons.
Right, and dragons too. Wano is absolutely fantastic, man. It really is. Like it's fantastic. So I mean, there's nothing more that you can say. And also in the manga, we've got the GOAT, the greatest Marine of all time, Monkey D. Garp, who shows you why he is him.
Who is the father to, or not father, but who's the, I think, what?
The grandfather to the main character, Luffy. Yeah. His son, now he's the father of Monkey D. Dragon, the guy who's the head of the Revolutionary Army. People who only saw the live action, you have no idea who that is.
Luffy hasn't met his father yet, has he?
Yeah, right. And Luffy has not met his father yet. So we got that. I think that's going to be interesting. I think Luffy's really not even going to care, to be honest. You know what I mean? I think he's going to kind of jump him off. But it's going to be interesting to say the least. I think Robin's going to be more excited to meet Dragon again than Luffy is going to be to meet his father for the first time. It's ridiculous. I know it sounds that way, people, but that's One Piece. It's a different type of show. But here's my thing. Here's why I gave it a pass after the fact. Because initially I was pissed too. I like it because two big major characters die, and they're not coming back. They're never coming back. They're gone. It's over. And I'm like, thank you. People are dying in this show. There's no MacGuffin to help them bring them back to life. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah, and just in general.
Okay. I actually. Oh, okay. But the thing is, but guys, before we do get to the other aspects of that, I still want to keep talking about live action for a little bit longer.
Okay, live action. Yeah,
because we did kind of like jump all over the place. But I'm glad Mandrell's getting this introduction, guys. He's very adamant about this. This is why I let him go first. He's got to get all his aches and pains out.
Yeah.
But for I'm gonna say this for the live action characters, the people who in response to what Zark said about you could have got better characters. I'm gonna say this. I think we got the best that we got. And actually I am sold on the dude that plays Luffy. Luffy is that one-dimensional character. He's a one-dimensional character. Let's just keep it real. He does not think about anything deep or anything like that. Even now we're in the time skip, he does not do that shit at all. He's very, very straightforward. Yeah, like I said, I have a dream. I want to be Pirate King. This is what I do. My friends, my nakama, quote unquote. And I think the guy that played him, and I'll start looking. Like I said, I have a name right up here, guys. And I think, like I said, the character that played Luffy, he did a really good job giving what was given to him. I'm pretty sure he met
Yo, Jay, you're lagging like a lot.
I'm lagging?
Yeah, you're lagging. Like it's very staticky.
How do I sound now?
A bit better, but like it looks. I don't know how to explain it. Like it looks choppy. Like when you're
Mandrell. Okay. Zark and Mandrell are in charge. Mandrell, Mandrell, talk about the characters. I'll be right back. I gotta.
Now the characters, the cast. Luffy, I'm not sold on. I maintain that. Loved Garp. The guy did a good job with Garp. Because when it comes to live action, I'm not a big fan of those. Just like you, I'm not a big fan of live action. I'm not. But because I want them to be as close to the characters in anime as possible, you know.
Exactly.
But the guy who played Garp, you can tell that he did a lot of these actors, like the guy who played Zorro, they did the best they could with what they had.
Yep, and then people complained on Twitter that there was too much fan service.
Right, and the person who's the biggest disappointment was probably, I can't really say, but I didn't like Usopp in the live action. But
yeah, because he looks nothing like Usopp.
Right, he doesn't look like him, and
they took away his nose.
I remember Usopp being like, Usopp did suck that much, and I'm like, okay, it reminded me of why I don't like Usopp. Like, he sucks in every conceivable way, you know what I mean? In the beginning,
he sucks as a character, yeah.
Right, I was saying, as a character in the beginning, he sucked in every conceivable way. I just didn't like him. I didn't care for him. If it was something with him going on, I just fast forward. I didn't care. It got to that point, I was like, I don't care,
Bro,
you know. But I watched
Harper.
Nami fight before I watched Usopp. You know what I mean? But I remember Alabasta, he and Chopper teamed up, so I watched that one. But I still go back and watch his fights just to be fair and complete the series. But not my favorite character still to this day. I didn't like the character in the show. Nami did a good job. Zoro did a good job. Sanji surprisingly was sometimey. Like, the accent would kind of come and go. Like, he'll have the accent for a long time, but all of a sudden you'll hear something different. And when he started calling his moves out when he was fighting the fishmen, Arlon Park. No, not even that. I'm talking about Sanji.
Oh, true.
That took me. I was like, it'd have been better had you not done that, or done a better job.
We can hear you now.
Yeah. It'd have done. It'd come out better had he either not done that or just done a better job, because it just didn't work. When Luffy does it, it's corny. I can't wait to see Zoro do his, because Zoro in the anime and the manga nowadays, people, he's a beast, and he always has been. I didn't like that they took away his hockey moment when he fought Mihawk. They didn't emphasize that like they did in the manga and the anime, because that is the moment when he fought Mihawk and he lost at Baratier at the Baratier restaurant. That's when Zoro's hockey awakened. So he's the first Straw Hat who awakened his hockey.
Oh man, man. As for the U One Piece community, here's Mandrell. They're gonna get rid of this dude. They're like, wait, no, come this dude use hockey and get his hockey.
Yeah, because when you showed you spoon fed it. Like when you see
one, we know that one is obvious.
But the thing is, he was that was obvious. But then when he fought Mihawk and he lost, listen to the way he describes things there, right? And then when you see him at Arlon Park, he fights Hachi, which he did not do in the live action. Because, and here's the reason why, it would have been too expensive to do Hachi. He'd have to be CGI. And if you notice, the CGI in this show was not great. Like even when Zoro's sword fell apart when Mihawk broke him, the two swords instead of the one, and didn't break the one, the CGI was terrible. So it would have been way too expensive to afford to have Hachi in there. Or it would have been way too awkward looking to make the costume. The costume just didn't work. So he used his Haki Awakened then as well. That's how he was able to get through Hachi's attacks and do Tatsumaki. That's how he was able to time it with his Haki. His observation Haki awakened before his armament. His armament awakened in Alabasta when he fought Mr. One. He was using observation, but then he used armament to slice things.
So I actually want to tell you something. I think the first episode of the live action was probably the best episode ever, and the reason why I think it's still my favorite episode in general, is because when we get to Bratz, I think it's really, really good. But I think episode 1 is really good. That's showing these characters first meeting up. I like that better than the first 2 episodes of One Piece, honestly. Anime wise, because let's keep it real, East Blue is not all that good. East Blue has two good arcs that are really, really good. That's Arlong and Dawn Creek for me. You didn't like
Logtown? I like that in the live action they showed Smoker. He looks smaller than I would like him to be.
They showed Smoker, but they didn't show Logtown. Of course not. We gotta wait.
Right.
For that.
I wonder if they're gonna show Dragon.
I can see season 2 being Baroque Works. Literally.
Yeah, but that's right before they get to Alabasta. They have to meet Chopper first.
What arc was it again that Ace died?
That was the Battle of Marineford.
Yeah, Marineford.
Marineford. That's Marineford arc. Before the
the big war.
The big war before Luffy goes into the tent. But no. But with Logtown, you can set that up in the very first 2-3 episodes of that, or really just 2 episodes. We're going to keep it real because they shortened. Buggy's whole arc was 1 episode, which I'm not mad at because I don't want to spend 3-4 episodes in that motherfucker's Clown Town. I don't really give a shit. I never liked his arc in the anime. Never once I liked it. Him or Koros. But when it came to how Nami, Luffy, Zoro all meet up and they kick ass in that fucking courtyard, or I guess you could say freaking that field yard that they're in. That's like the best action sequence in the whole in the whole live action for me. That shit hit. That shit was hitting. I'm like, dude, this is good. This feels like a freaking movie right now. Like, this is good. And I'm like they actually don't look bad in their movement. They actually look like they had actual training, and maybe a stunt double. You could say that, but I'm like, dude, like Emily Rudd as Nami is actually kicking ass right now. The dude that's playing Zoro is cool. Nami, I mean, Luffy is building his okay. I'll call it the art of the rubber man. He's his fighting arts of the rubber. He has the rubber man arts, and he's just being silly, dodging, like doing like kind of like not malleable things to get his attacks off. And I'm like, this is okay. You sold me a little bit on that. When that's when you sold me. I'm like, okay, let's see how far you guys can keep this up. Then we got to Usopp. I'm gonna say this: it would look weird if he had a freaking long ass nose. I don't care. There are some things. No, brother. Sorry, you have to hear me out. Here's why. His nose is not his character. Let's just keep it real. One, it would look really. There's some things you can translate to live action. That'll be well. There's some things you can't translate. For example, that dude you haven't got there, but Nezumi with that whole freaking hat or guard with his dog over his head. Like, bro, I can't take that. I don't take him seriously at all. Those are things that are silly that are meant to be in cartoons. They're meant to be in cartoons. Which in a stylistic anime world you can get away with that. In live action, that does not translate to you're a serious guy. I don't translate to that. Now when Garp has that doesn't have that on his head and he looks regular with his suit, I take him seriously. When he's laureating Luffy and shit, like I take him very seriously. That's why I said with how they did that, they did it in a way to where like Garp means business, and he's kind of, not effed up in the brain, but he's kind of like maniacal in some way, because this man is testing his grandson, and I like that he's doing it, but he's not wearing the dog hat over his head or whatever. Like I actually take him seriously.
Yeah.
But which actually is is a thing in One Piece, and Medros knows what I'm talking about. People who look serious end up being the biggest, or my friends, the biggest bitches. But people who don't look serious, like they actually end up beating people's ass. That's Luffy. That's what Luffy is. Because the thing is, time skip Luffy now, he looks like he's really fit. Like really fit. Like Deku from freaking My Hero. Now, from check. Oh, you be right back, man. I got you.
Yeah, the guy who plays Luffy, he's gonna have to start hitting the gym.
Well, listen.
Because I want
to cut you off, because I don't want to cut you off, brother. But I want to add to what you're saying. Let me say this. That's time skip wise. Luffy pre-time skip, but let's say for the first 30 episodes, he did not look.
Yeah, I know. He was clicking. Yeah.
The only time you see his muscles when we get to Skypiea, because he has like a 6-pack on. Almost a 6-pack.
And then you look at him now, while he was in Wano and he was in jail, he was busting rocks and lifting weights and shit. He actually got buff. You know what I'm saying?
And he's ripped now.
Yeah, he's ripped now because he got captured. Kaido kicked his ass the first time and threw him in jail with Kid. Yeah.
And then, speaking of which, you guys heard who they're thinking of casting to play Ace in the next season?
No.
Tom Holland.
Really?
Oh, come on. You're trolling me.
Yep.
Tom Holland doesn't have the build.
He doesn't even have the look at all. Like nothing like Ace.
He would fit. He would actually. Who does? Okay, let me ask you. And let's play devil's advocate for this, because guys, we're not really entertaining this at all. Well, we're just gonna go along with it. Who could Tom Holland actually play from One Piece? Let's be real.
Yeah, Spider-Man star Tom Holland has been cast as Ace in season 2 of Netflix live-action adaptation One Piece.
I'm not believing that until I see the report. Well, actually, until I see him on set in photos and shit. But I don't see that. He's not playing Ace. Ace is a pretty boy, tall guy with a tattoo on his back. And he has to be cut, honestly. And he's not rugged, but he's kind of like a street character. But yeah, guys,
Apparently it's real.
Terrible.
Apparently it's real. Yeah, Tom Holland's being cast as Ace.
I thought Tom Holland was taking a break from that last movie.
After he got hoed like that.
Yeah, exactly. Where he got, we'll dance around that, y'all. I don't want YouTube doing that. But or do anything to the channel. But but Mandrell, like I said, I think the actors did a great job with what we're giving, guys. I think, guys, we covered that already for the audience. We covered the actors majority. I think they all did a great job with what they're giving. I said when we got to Usopp is weird for me. He's not annoying as an anime counterpart, thank goodness. I could deal with him there. But he only had maybe like one moment with where he fought Fishlets guy, and that's about it, really. But plus, like I said, I was never a Usopp fan to begin with. I've never have been. Never.
You and me both. I was saying that while you stepped away. That's one character that member of the Straw Hat Crew that I really don't like.
I don't care for him or Chopper really as much.
The only reason people like
Chopper is okay.
The only reason people like Chopper is because of the
merch.
meme.
He's merch. He's merch. He's merch.
No, but he's also a meme.
Yeah, he's a meme.
Yeah, the One Piece is real meme.
He's also a badass.
Yeah,
no,
I mean
he's a pair of batteries.
He turns into a literal like Titan thing.
Yeah. Even before that, he has those other regular points. I mean, like Chopper when he wants to, dude. Chopper really does kick ass. Like I was shocked. Like when you first meet him and he's fighting Wapol, Chopper gets at him, and even when he after the time skip, he comes up with new forms to take, Kung Fu Point and all this stuff. I don't like the look of them, most of them, but
hell no.
I'm like, fair enough. I mean, at least he can do something. It's up Usopp. Like Usopp, you have a ranged weapon.
Yeah,
why don't you use it, dude? Snipe something.
Yeah, slingshot that shoots fire dragons. Yeah,
right. And he's scared to use it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yo, shout out to Kuro in the comments. You're new to my channel. Thank you, man. Or lady. Kuro. Chopper objects.
Man, bro, what's your YouTube channel again?
Chopper objects to this. He fought like a real pirate. You talking about Mandrell's channel right here? Mandrell's channel is the big picture.
No, I'm talking to you. Your YouTube channel again.
Jay
yeah.
Takashi, yeah.
Yeah, Jay Takashi. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
I was gonna pull it up on so I can look at the chat, bro.
Oh, Jay Takashi. That's funny. My channel's name. Yeah, I thought you were asking me or the guy from there. You said Chopper objects to this. He fought like a real pirate. Yo,
I agree. Listen, Chopper is cool. I like Chopper.
Well, let me say this. I like pre-time skip Chopper. I've always been a fan of pre-time skip. And here's the reason why. Because and by the way, like I said, we're still talking about live action. We're about to get off of it in about like 10 minutes. There's three other things we're gonna cover, and then we're gonna end that. Yo, Mark Cook, shout out to you, aka
it's literally me.
Voice you. Yo, man, you don't count as chat, but I got you. But to Crow, man, like I said, I like pre-time skip Chopper a lot because how Monster Point looked in pre-time skip was fucking what the hell scary. Yo, this is scary beast right now. This is cool, but it's scary right now.
Yeah, the reveal of it was awesome because also the music that was playing while he was doing it for the first time
were horrific. I mean,
yeah, it was scary, man. That was cool.
But when they did it pre-time skip, where it's like he's dancing in this he's dancing in this Monster Point, I'm like, nah, nigga, fuck that. I'm not with that shit. You turn something so cool, so badass, lame for me now. Now I don't care about it. I don't care about it anymore. That's why I don't care about Chopper as much. Like I said, the Japanese folks love him because he's a cute little reindeer, and it is what it is. And he is merch for the series. He's the reason why it prospers as much as it does too. And let's keep it real. If you look at the numbers for Chopper over there, like Chopper batteries, literally. I wouldn't be surprised if there are one-piece condoms in that shit. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not even trolling when I say that. But shout out to you, Crow, for the comment, man. Yeah, he's a bro pirate time skip. I would say not time skip, pre-time skip. Time skip, he's more of a doctor. I'll just say that. But yeah, shout out to you, Crow. Thank you for commenting. I really appreciate it.
Tony Chopper.
Okay, so the differences, I want to talk about the differences in the live action opposed to the anime. And we did talk about, and we kind of talked about it, but not a lot. And here's what I mean to the chat out here who's listening. So they basically, there's a lot of missing content in there. Some is needed and some is not. So for example, the whole buggy time, I think that's like 2-3 episodes.
I was about to say, shout out to the actor who played Buggy. He's one of the highlights of this show.
Oh yeah, I do want to point out Buggy actually might be my favorite villain character.
Yeah, Buggy. Yeah,
because they did a really, the first one, the CG effect on that was actually good. How they did that. I don't think it's too hard to do that, but they made it look really scary. Whenever he split his body part, I'm like, yo, this is freaky. In the anime, you can just laugh at it. This is freaking crazy. Like and the crazy thing is Buggy's whole town arc, I actually like it in the one episode because it makes him seem like he's more effed up in the mind than
and diabolical. Yeah,
because he has all the time people chained up to his circus, they're locked in stuff. It's crazy. That was not in the original at all. That was never in the original. But I love what they did with this because it seems to me whenever they did some of these things in the live action, it seems like this might have been an alternative idea of Oda's. If he didn't add such and such, maybe like too much comedy to a scene, this is probably how he would have did it. To me, at least. And guys, I'm not trying to make excuses for like the people who took liberties with this, but this is just how I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking if they talked to Oda about this, maybe Oda said like, maybe you should do it like this if you're gonna do a live action of it, to where some people can get past some of the have comedy in here, but not have too much overly comedy used, and certain scenes that should be taken seriously. And also, if you want to make the villain look menacing, like Kuro and Buggy, probably their rendition is probably better in their live action than they are in their anime forms. Like, I mean, the man right here below me, Mandrell's a Zoro and a Buggy fan through and through. Me, I've never been a Buggy fan.
Absolutely.
Until I saw live action version of him. Like the actor, he acted his ass off. Literally, did a really great job portraying him and seeing that Buggy's a little disturbed because of the devil fruit that he ate, and also how he came to be the way he is. And he's not really played for a joke, honestly. To be honest, not like how the anime portrayed him. Like he's a joke. This one, he's kind of. I can see why I should take him a little bit serious.
Now, the anime, Buggy has fought and beat the crap out of people before. He's no contest beating people before in the anime. It's just, it doesn't happen. It hasn't happened often, and like where he is now, he's just kind of a coward. You know what I'm saying? I hate that they portray him off like that. I hope he has a turnaround.
I mean,
and show his badass part more.
Crocodile for me. Once he does that, then I'll consider him.
I can see him beating Crocodile, but not Mihawk.
Nah, he's not beating Crocodile. You can't see it. But
he might.
And maybe. I think, like I said, let's look up on the other two villains, Kuro and then Arlo. I want to get to them. We do have to talk. Let's talk briefly about Don Creek. The fact that I'm actually okay.
I'm glad they showed that.
I'm glad they showed Mihawk actually beating his ass. Like literally, he cut his ship. He did the ship. The difference is he did the ship cutting feat in different contexts. It wasn't in Barada. It was wherever they were at, like near the Grand Line area, and he cut that shit with a shock right from the shore. I love how they did that. But
yeah, so do I.
He literally Don Creek pops up on them, and they show like his cannon on his arm and see how some of his equipment works. And I know it sucks we didn't get a whole Luffy versus Don Creek fight for some people. Because I actually I like the fight in the anime a little. I don't love it. but I liked it in the anime, how it was done and what it was supposed to represent. But having Mihawk just wasteland him makes much more sense to me than Mihawk just letting them get away in the anime like he did, and then he follows them all the way to Parati. With this, Garp calls up Mihawk, and literally while he's literally talking, like, there's a pirate I need you to look for with a straw hat. And then he's literally mowing down Mihawk's fleet, and his ship with his fleet on it, and he literally takes out Don Krieg at the very last 5 seconds, and we see him, and he tries to shoot a ball at Mihawk, and Mihawk does the scene he does in the anime where the bullets flip and ricochet off his freaking blade, off of Yoru, and he kills the other 2 people behind him. And I'm like, right, like those are good scenes, but he didn't have a long standing in there. But like I said, I think they got good actors for some of this stuff. Kuro, I actually the butler did it. Technically, storyline is what they were with that. I don't hate that. The only thing was kind of silly was the 2 people who have who kept hissing and shit. I couldn't take that seriously because that looked okay. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Or you're trying a little too hard with that. The Nine Band Brothers. You know what I'm talking about, Mandrell?
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like how they try to do those characters. Of course, they're not meant to be taken seriously. Because Zoro does wasteland them in the anime and the arc. But how they have them used here is that apparently they're the chefs for Kaya and whatever. And apparently, and I need to know, guys, please remind me. This is for Mandrell. Was Kaya sick because of what Korra was doing?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, in the anime, it was like the anime and manga. Yeah, he kept her sick, and he was trying to kill her slowly.
I couldn't remember that.
Yeah, well, it was so long ago, man. That was 20 years ago.
Listen, I remember all these motherfucking backstories. Usopp was the one I paid the least attention to. I'm just trying to remember. So okay. I mean, I think they got a good voice. I think they got a good actor for Kaya. I believe she was actually sick. She looked sick when we saw her. Her eyes looked like, oh, okay, yeah, she's sick, legit. The actor for, well, we gotta talk about the actor for stuff already. Okay, so how Kuro just comes and kills the guy that's the owner of Shipwright.
Yeah, that was different. He didn't die in the anime.
He didn't die in the anime, but he did kill him. Yeah. He actually did some serial killer shit. How Luffy fights him in the it's okay. At least I never really cared for the fight, particularly anime or live action. But I think they got a good voice. They got a voice. I keep saying voice actor. They got a good actor to play Kuro. He looks just like the dude. And like I said, they took some liberties to make him somewhat menacing, which I don't dislike. Like I said, I think he looks a little more menacing than Don Krieg for me. But Buggy's straight up crazy. Okay, so what do you think about Arlong? Because I actually want to hear Mandrell's part of this because this is important.
Arlong, I didn't like what they did with the nose. I never liked the design. It didn't grow on me.
The star nose,
yeah,
stuck on parts.
It didn't grow on me, but the actor did a good job with it. I'll give him that. And I'm just glad that it's not drawn out. The fight wasn't drawn out the way it was in the manga or the anime. Yeah, I'm just glad that the fight was not drawn out the way it was.
The Arlong fight is not the greatest in Indian. Like, if you want to understand, this is very early One Piece. These fights were not all that entertaining. But just keep it real. I did like Sanji. Sanji's ones I like, and I liked in the anime. When he fights Karubi, and he does the kick that goes really fucking superhuman fast.
Yeah.
Freaking that's freaking awesome. Him and Zoro are the better fights. Yeah, I think Arlong did a great job with what he was given. I'll be honest, I think he really did a great job with it. Then we dislike him like I do in the anime. He's a piece of shit, all that jazz. Maybe too much pimpish for his taste, but but like I said, they did give an accurate look of him and all that. And I do like the fact that they actually, and guys, this is not an anime. This is not anime. This doesn't happen in anime at all. You don't get to Arlong until you get to Nami's arc, so you don't see him in Bharati. But they tried to incorporate that Arlong was the strongest in the East Blue, so that he could use Buggy to, he has control over Buggy and shit is nature. He can like literally scare him into helping him. And I do like that personally because it's just like he should be the strongest yet. He is the biggest bounty hunter over all these guys. And also that there was a fight between him and Luffy before we got to that. We got to Arlong Park. So yeah, I think so. Like I said, I want to talk about the sets. So let's talk about that, and then we'll have our general conversation, guys, and I think me, Mandrell, and Zark will give our grade overall. I mean, Zark gave his grade, he said 5. But Mandrell, what do you think of the sets? Like the
Baratier by far and away was the best, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I really like Baratier. And Nami's village, it served a purpose, I guess. It wasn't terrible. Again, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'll buy that. But there are times where it looked like it didn't look like Arlong Park, like a big, what Arlong Park is supposed to be.
Right, exactly. It's supposed to be like this big, super massive, so it's like a big, massive building, like a giant water park building. That's what it's supposed to look like. At least the freaking, that housing complex, or I guess you could say building complex. I didn't have a problem with how that looked. I think that the pool or the area that connected to the ocean, like it did in the anime, should have been a lot bigger. Even if you CG'd it, I would have believed it. I'm like, okay, that looks like Arlong Park. And plus, there's no Momo, by the way. You know that, right? No Momo. You know the giant freaking sea king? The Calico king? Which is by far the funniest thing in the anime for me is Momo. When he swings it around and shit. But yeah. But that's what I mean, guys. Like I said, guys, there's a lot of stuff they cut out from the original.
That's another thing. They cut out a lot out of from the anime and the manga. So when people who haven't seen the anime or read the manga watch this, they're like, "What the hell is going on?"
You guys are going to be curious, but I think, like I said, me personally, I know why they did it, because they're trying to get to the clear cut meat bones of everything. We're going to still give you the important, they'll give you the important parts, and then after that, it's pretty much. Yeah, and after that, pretty much, it's like there's going to be smooth sailing after that. We're going to go to the next arc. So I understand to some extent why they did it, but there are some things that are important in there. For example, they didn't cut out the Luffy, Shanks getting his arm bit, and then him actually doing hockey for the first time.
Yeah, Conqueror's hockey. I didn't like Shanks in this show.
Hey, Dylan Sellers. Shout out to you if you're new to the channel. If you're one of my new subscribers, shout out to you, man. I appreciate it. He says, I legit just got here. What did I miss?
A lot.
You missed a lot. We're talking. Don't worry, we're still going to be on for another 30 minutes. But we were talking One Piece live action, and we're just dissecting it down right now. But go ahead, man. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I didn't like Shanks in this show. He didn't. He wasn't Shanks.
I didn't really care for him.
It's okay because all the other actors kept the essence of the characters there. Like Sanji wasn't. Like Sanji, I believe him. He's Sanji, right?
Really Sanji.
Yeah, I believe it's like Sanji. Okay, I believe him. He's Sanji.
Yeah,
but Zoro, I believed him. He's Zoro. But Shanks, I'm like, that's not Shanks. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not Shanks. So it's just he was the one of the weaker points of the show, in my opinion. The guy who played Shanks, and so for him to play such an iconic character for the overall story, you know what I mean? It's like, I think he should have watched the source material, or at least read it and get and try to get a feel for the personality of red hair Shanks. And I did not like the casting for Ben Bakeman. I didn't like that.
Or Lucky Ropes.
Lucky Roo, I like that. I liked him. I like Lucky Roo.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Okay, I want to say something. The Nojiko didn't hit for me because it looked like straight ass cosplay for me. I actually want to talk about my negatives, guys. I've been talking about like good positive things that I like, but there were some things that didn't rock with me. Some of the sets didn't work for me. Some did. So that's 50-50 right there. Karate looked amazing because I want to answer Manjo's question, and I'll get to that real quick. Mihawk's looked amazing. Luffy looked fine. Zoro looks cool. Nami looks fine for me, and forgetting somebody else. Look good. Buggy looked amazing. That's it. And you can say you did our Kuro and Kai are fine. Yeah. What I did not rock with Nojiko, not the girl who played her sister, what they had her have on. Like her hair looks really, really fake to me, and I just couldn't do it. It looked like straight up cosplay.
Yeah, you saw the wig. Like you can recognize that's a wig, right?
Doesn't feel real genuine and whatever, and it felt like a stage play when I saw that. And that's why I said it didn't take me out. It was just like but like I said, it's like this happens when you try to actually take liberties to try to make yourself look like an actual representation of the character. Now I can believe she's Nojiko, but I can't believe that's her fucking hair. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. Now, with that being said, the actor did a fine job. She did fine. I think the person that played Belmare, I think she did a good job. I actually thought she was Belmare. I'm glad her hair looked more realistic than it did in the anime because she's like it's like shaved off like half the hair. Shit, like hell no. But the Belmare, I like the Belmare backstory. That was done well. She did a good job with her acting. I don't think we're missing anybody else. Other than that, I didn't really have a problem with much of anything else. Like I said, there are some things that are practical that they use that I like. There's some things that were not used well. But all in all, my grade, I give it a 7. I think it's 7.5. Probably like I said, it breaks most of the anime live action curses that we. They broke the live action anime curse for me. And it's because some are just terrible. I could go into a whole rant about Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan live action movie. How that fucking was terrible.
That anime is still ongoing, and apparently we're getting another.
Anime's not the live action movie they try to do for that shit. The shit was terrible.
Yep, and they're trying to do the whole.
And mandrell will do it too.
The anime is not over yet either. Apparently, it's not going into the final season, part 3.2 and shit. So that I feel like Attack on Titan's never gonna end at this point.
Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
I thought this already ended.
Nope, we're in the final. It's apparently the final.
Part 2 of it. Part 2 of it. That was part 1 they showed like last year or whatever. Like they're getting to like the last part now.
I thought, but Eren Yeager did.
That's at the very end in the manga. He's dead.
The anime is still going.
Yep.
Anime, brother.
The manga.
Oh, okay. The manga's over. Yeah, I was about to say that's what I was confused. So wait a minute. Now what I've been reading, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm thinking that. I'm like, no. After Eren's gone, I mean, it's just like, what else? What's up to tell? You know, but
measure that water, man. Bro.
Yeah.
But
mid.
But Mandrell, what's your grade overall? And then guys, we're gonna transition from this conversation from here. But Mandrell, what's your grade?
I give it a 6.5. We'll round up. So I was gonna give it a 6.2, but I'll give it a 6.5. Just a little bit more than he would.
I gave it a 7, so I'm being very generous in that regard.
Yeah. I think
it's for the effort you put in with some of the actors and some of the important things. I think that what One Piece is, but I can't give you an 8, 9, or 10. That just ain't happening. Not for me.
Right now, I don't disagree. With giving it a 7. Like if I took all my biases out of it, I would give it a 7.
And dog's gonna, yeah.
But I'm a One Piece nerd, so.
Bro, it's gonna be a very sad and cold day in hell when we wake up one day, right? And instead of it saying at the end of the episode to be continued, it says the end.
Yes, it will. I'm gonna be heartbroken,
bro. I'm gonna ball, bro.
I've got 20 years invested into this story, man.
Bro, it's gonna be emotional indeed, bro. It's gonna be a sad. Happy ending, and then it will be boom, the end.
Listen, brother. Listen. I ain't gonna be crying. I'm just gonna be like, it's finally fucking over. At least I'm not 50 or 40 when this shit was done. Thank God. But trust me, I've invested like everybody else here, and then trust me, there are real people who love this series. People who commented on this chat. Trust me, I know you guys are real fans out there. I've been sticking with this shit since freaking early 2000s. Like, God damn, when the 4 Kids dub was out, and that shit with Dev was fucking terrible. yeah, yo, this is so funny. That freaking intro is still freaking hilarious. I love it. But no, but like I said, guys, if you haven't seen it, go check out the One Piece live action. Go into it unknown. If you're new to anime in general, just go right into it unknown. If you won't know anything of the player, you won't know any of the characters, you won't know any of the story. You're going with an open head more than we will. We don't have an open head. Some of us have some bias like Mandrell. Some of us have open head. I mean, are open to some things like me, to some regards. But it's trust but verified. Other than that, guys, go check out the live action. This has been our grading of it. Now, guys, we are in our own. We're talking about something else. So, if you have any questions or like I said, please comment in the chat. And shout out to the 5-6 people who keep coming in. I appreciate it. You check out the stream. Thank you, guys. It means a lot. It means that we aren't talking to ourselves. Appreciate it. Now, okay, man, Joe. Well, let's get into further One Piece and Sark. Let's get into it. Further One Piece conversation. If we can talk about chapters, whatever you guys want. Go away.
I was just gonna be like, I'm caught up to date with Luffy beating Kaido's ass, so.
That's anime, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Mandrell?
What's up?
I think he's already caught up.
What do you want to know?
You read the latest chapter and watched the latest episode?
Yes, there's Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy versus Kaigun Taisho Kizaru. We finally got the rematch, okay? And Kizaru is actually giving Luffy his props. Oh, you're indeed formidable. You're certainly the guy who beat Kaido, right? And Kizaru spared no quarter after that. Once Kizaru realized that it was no joke, it was no hoax, Luffy really is this strong. It was nice to see Kizaru cut loose, take the kid gloves off, and actually come at him full bore. Very seriously. Like he flies back and then darts at him at the speed of light and kicks Luffy.
Bro.
Super hard, man. I mean, it was good. But then at the end,
is Luffy in base or is he in gear 5th?
He's in base.
Because if he was gear 5th, that wouldn't have mattered. He would have just laughed in his face.
Right. He was in base when he was fighting Kizaru in base the whole time until the very end. Luffy pops out of nowhere and breaks through a wall in his giant form in gear 5th, and he just grabs Kizaru in his hands in one hand. And he's like, and Kizaru's like, he has this oh shit look on his face.
Right.
Oh god! It finally shows. So he's like, Kizaru knows what it is. He's like, so it finally shows up. This is the fabled, and it cuts off right there with Kizaru.
We already know what he's gonna say. This is the fabled Joy Boy.
Right. So, yeah, that's what happened at the end of the chapter. But also, one of those robots out there on Egghead Island awakens, so we get to see that. And I want to see what that member of the Gura say there. What is he gonna swing into action? That's gonna be a good thing. And then we also have a kind we catch up with Kuma at the Holy Land of Mary Joy, and Akainu's there. I hate Akainu, by the way, with a passion.
Yes.
He's a dick. So anyway, Akainu shows up, and then the Celestial Dragon's like, "Oh god, he's wreaking havoc! Someone stop him! Hey, Akainu, stop him!" Right? And so Akainu, like, you can tell Akainu he's kind of cavalier about it, doesn't really care, doesn't really want to, but he's doing it just because he's told to do it. He's like, all right, Kuma, I don't know what the hell you're doing here, but you're too dangerous of a guy to let run wild out here. So he does his Hellhound move, the same move that he uses to take off half of Whitebeard's head. That's what it was in the manga. Okay. So in the anime, he punched him in the stomach, but in the manga, he actually takes off half of Whitebeard's head with it. And it's amazing because Whitebeard kept fighting after that. So anyway, he does it and doesn't take off half of Kuma's head, but some of it. And Kuma just teleports himself out of there. like further away, and so Akainu didn't even really chase the guy. He's like, "Where the hell are you going?" You know what I mean? He's like, "What do you do? I wonder what are you doing here, and where are you going?" So caught up with that little back and forth with Kuma and Akainu. But other than that, man, the hype part was Luffy versus Kizaru, the rematch, and we get to see the continuation of this coming up week's chapter. So in this week's chapter, it's gonna be fire, man. And last week's chapter we saw Kizaru fight Sentomaru, and we found out the history between Sentomaru and Kizaru and Dr. Vegapunk. Kizaru took Sentomaru under his wing and trained him. So we found out that Sentomaru really is a subordinate of Sentomaru, and they kind of saved Sentomaru out of homelessness.
Right.
Dr. Vegapunk and Kizaru. That's why Sentomaru so attached to the two of them. And before that, you got the conclusion of Monkey D. Garp handling business. Okay, Garp proves why he's the greatest Marine of all time. The most powerful Marine of all time. We don't know what Kong can do. I don't think he's. No, it ain't Sengoku. It's not. The only competition you could say is Sengoku and probably Kong, but we've never seen Kong do anything in relation. We haven't really seen Sengoku do much, but we saw what Garp can do now, and Garp invades an island by himself and beats the hell out of everybody, splits a mountain in half with a punch. Okay, causes a mushroom cloud explosion with a punch. He's just beating these pirates up left, right, and center. And what was the downfall to him? Kobe. His new subordinate. And we saw the fight between Garp and Aokiji.
Yo, this is for you, bro. This is for you, Mandrell. I love what. I know Mandrell be long-winded, but that anime long-winded different. I know, bro.
Shut up, 100 watts. Listen, we're talking about One Piece. I can go on and on about it. But I'm just going through different chapters because I do have to check out of here in a few seconds, actually, not even a few minutes.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get. So I'm just trying to get this part out. Jay, I told you so. Garp is him. He is the most powerful Marine of all time.
He's Himosaurus Rex, all right?
Right, of all time. I told you. Garp is him.
Yo, watch. I actually do have something for you to watch personally, brother, and I would like to talk to you about it because I know you're a sports fan for basketball and football.
I'm a sports fan for football, boxing, and MMA.
Yeah. So for boxing, watch Hajime no Ippo. That's all boxing.
Yes, definitely watch that. That's a must watch.
Because I'm gonna say, like, if it's something you can't relate to, I know I can find something that you can relate to. Kuroko no Basket. I need Manuel to watch that. That's a good one. That's such a good one. That's on. If you have Netflix, it's on there. They have all three seasons of right there. That's a basketball series. You'll love that. And they have the movie.
I'm gonna get out of here too because I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm getting a little bit drowsy, so I'm gonna bounce out as well.
Drowsy?
Yeah.
Oh, what you mean you're getting sick?
Yeah, I'm not feeling great. But
okay, man.
All I'm gonna say,
bro.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is that Ruby Volume 10 has been greenlit, but I don't think it's gonna be coming until like mid to late next year.
Watts said, "Yo, I love you, Watts. I love this man." He said, "Put it in the chat because you know I can't spell that." I got you. Okay. With that being said, y'all, listen, Mandrell and Zark. Is there anything else you guys want to say before you guys dip?
Yeah, one last thing. One Piece is the most well-written story. Again, pay attention to my words. I didn't say it was the greatest. It is the most well-written. It is. Structure and the fleshed out story is fantastic. It does have its flaws, but not like typical shonen does. As far as pacing, it does have pacing issues. But on that note, the show was actually solid. The live action was solid. The anime and the manga, it's that thing. Y'all should be watching it right now. and y'all should be reading the manga also. But on that note, Jay, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate being here. I look forward to us doing this again. We'll probably do one next week, I guess.
Yeah, we'll probably do one next week. By the way, for Stark, I know you're feeling jealous, but stay on just one quick part. Guys, we're gonna try to go live on one of our actual reactions. We're gonna react to all the new anime that's coming out, and also we're gonna be talking about more recommendations, and also what kind of like what we've been doing, what we've got planned for next year for you guys. And like I said, I'm just getting back in the swing of things, guys. As I said, I've been working these 2 jobs, so I'm just glad I'm finally making time for everybody. And like I said, I think next week it's gonna be a whole host of things going on because, like I said, I might reach 7K before next Sunday. Who knows? Because I'm at 6K and I want to do a celebration for that, for the subscribers, the people in the chat right here, people who are watching me. First of all, thank you all for subscribing to me, guys. Like, thank you so much. And I wouldn't be here without y'all. I wouldn't even make the jump that I made without y'all. So most of this goes to all y'all, not me. And to everybody on this panel, shout out to y'all for helping me get this far. So much love, respect for all my G's. All right. With that being said, guys, Mandrell, Zark, you guys have a great night, okay?
You too. We'll be here for the next one.
Definitely, man. Get some sleep, man. I know I got to work tomorrow, but I'm going to be on for an extra 10 minutes to talk to the chat, guys. All right.
All right, bro.
Mandrell,
take it easy.
Mandrell, you rest up. Zark, you take care, brother. Mandrell, you said all you need to say?
Yeah, man, I'm done.
Oh yeah. Don't you gotta cut a rug and leave right now?
Yeah, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
All right, man. Mandrell, have fun in Virginia, man. And to everybody in the chat, man, if I got any questions for me, for anything I want to ask me for a good 5 minutes, I'm gonna make it 5 minutes because I don't know how long y'all gonna be on. So I'll make it 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna end it around what? We're at 102, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around 106. Any chat in the back? I mean, I'll be on in the back if you guys want to talk. Then I can end it there. And with that being said, y'all, thank you and shout out to the 7 viewers that are here watching, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Wally, you can come right on up. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the damn thing on. Maybe Watts want to come up. I actually want to see what he has to say. Oh fuck, I meant to hit paste on that shit. There. Anybody who wants to come in the backstage and chat, or if you're new here, like I said, just come in the back and talk with us. Like I said, I can chill with y'all for 15 to 20 minutes. After that, like I said, because I'm gonna be playing some 2K and setting things up too. But other than that, Marcus, if you're in Marcus, come on in the backstage. Watts, come in the backstage. The link is below for you, bro. Plus I need to speak to you, Watts. It's been too goddamn long, man. It's been an ice age. So, I think there was something else I wanted to say to you guys. So, I did say 5 minutes, but now it's like 4 to 3 at this point. So, I've been really busy with my second job, guys, and that's why I haven't been able to do lives as much, and mostly my videos. I'm actually trying to make concessions so that I can put out content for you guys on here and all that. So don't worry about it. Like, it's coming. And also, man, here's my man Watts, the man of the hour, man. John Morant's cousin, bro. Yeah, I can believe you related to him. I can believe that. but you have to
look, man. I done been related to John Morant, Snoop Dogg, Quavo. Goddamn, as long as they got locked, I'm related to them. That's just what it is nowadays.
Hey man, I can't even tell if it's a comment to really be related to John, not because it comes with his good sides and his bad sides too. Because on one hand, man, like, bro, you with the Grizzlies, bro. That brother beast, and he making killing with money, but on the other hand, he's doing stupid shit. So it's kind of like a 50-50. So,
I mean, I kind of admire it though. Like, it's just one of them things that it don't matter how much money you make, dumb shit still have. Like, ignorance happens at every level of life. I don't give a fuck how much money you make. Ignorance still exists because it seems like society has this thing that once you get to a certain income threshold, like you're a genius or you're super influential or some shit. Like, nah, bro. Like, sometimes motherfuckers just get lucky. Like, you got lucky to be blessed with a certain level of skill that God gave you, so you made it to a certain place. No, you still dumb as fuck.
Right. Yo, brother, I gotta ask, is that you actually have a picture of Mona Lisa behind you?
So I'm actually at work right now. It's a picture of Mona Lisa holding a slice of pizza. I work at a pizza restaurant. I'm at work right now.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I'm like, dude, this kid, I know you ain't off for work at your crib, and you got a Mona Lisa in the back. I'm like, brother, when you become a cultured freaking brother of art, besides
that
me,
sounds
bro.
so like the way you said it, because that it sounds so smooth the way you said it. That's a Mona Lisa with a slice of pizza.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Well, watch. First of all, I'm glad to have you on, brother. Number one. Number two, I'm glad to see you doing well. That's number two. Number three, I'm glad you living. That's good.
Oh no, yeah, same for you. I know you be going because I feel like me and you have this same thing going on where we like streaming, but we have too much going on in our personal life to really give a fuck about streaming sometimes. So it's like I be wanting to, but I'm doing like. I just put in a 60-hour week this week. You know what I'm saying? So I don't always have the time for it.
No, I feel you. I don't either, man. Like I said, I'm doing.
Yeah, take the whole bag. Yeah, take the whole bag.
I do my main job and I do sales, and I'm balancing both right now to where I finally got somewhat of a balance now. Now, how the hell do I incorporate the time in this shit amongst all that shit? Because it's hard to do, bro. Like I tell people, I ain't the fucking Terminator, bro. I ain't everywhere every fucking time, so it's hard to freaking do, man. And sometimes it's
I think this is the part of the conversation that doesn't ever get touched when it comes to being a content creator. Because all content creators don't make money from their content, so you still gotta have a regular 9 to 5. How am I gonna pay my bills? Type shit. You feel me? And when you find someone who you are a fan of and they're not as consistent as you would like them to be, like sometimes there be a reason for it. Like my man, I gotta pay my rent. I don't give a fuck about entertaining y'all. I got rent to pay. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is a part of the content creator conversation that always gets hit. Because it's all, well, you need to be more consistent, or you need to try harder, or just try harder. Like that's just easier said than done. And some of us just don't give a fuck like that. Like I just really don't. I do it because it's cool. I'm entertained by it, but this ain't the end all be all for me. Like
it's not. Unless I'm getting paid like $3,000 from this, like every freaking like month or some shit, that ain't worth it, honestly. Like, and the thing is, I don't want to treat it like a freaking job. Let's just keep it real, because I don't want to feel like work. I don't want you two to feel like it's a freaking work or a job. Like I'm doing this because I enjoy it. And that's how some people come in with that sometimes. And then they get to realize that sometimes this shit can become a freaking chore. Like, really, it is what it is on that. Because, like I said, real life, I always tell people, I would tell everybody that who does YouTube. I even told Yella, real life takes precedence over this shit any day of the damn week. And I don't have to commit my life to this all the time. I don't have to. Like I said, now, like you got family and stuff to feed. I'm not saying that's a burden or whatever, but that's not a leash that I have right now. I don't have that. When I do get that, this shit will probably take a permanent dirt nap. I'm gonna be real with that. It might actually take a permanent dirt nap. And I'm like, yo, guys, the only time y'all see me is when I can stop by and I got my little girl, my little boy with me. I ain't got time for this no more. Anybody who subscribed me, bro, I'm gonna say go somewhere else. I will definitely say that. I'm like, bro, go somewhere else. This ain't it no more. So I
will say that it definitely has, like, streaming has shown me where my inconsistencies are. You know what I'm saying? There are times where I do have the time to do it. I have to spend, like, sometimes I have a day off and I can stream. But bro, this is my only day off this week. You think I'm worried about you motherfuckers on the internet? You know what I'm saying? This is my only day off this week. Guess what I'm doing? Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
That damn thing. Because like this is my only day off too, man. Like I get whatever part of Saturday I get off, half my day. If I get off at 5, it's like 6 to whatever at night or midnight. You know, I do. And after that Sunday I'm free. And that's just how I work.
All right, man. Wait, do one thing for you leave. Put them you know where them peels go? Yeah, put them them browns, man. Put them joints where they go in the back for me.
Brown things.
Yeah, where the pieces, the shit that we make the pieces on.
Yeah,
just slide them shit in the back for me. Appreciate it.
Shout out to the viewers who are still watching this, y'all, man. Like I said, after a long, like for the first time in a long time, that I had a lot of people on here, regardless of anything. But it's just like like I said, getting back into the swing of things and just trying to like plan for shit. Like I said, I got it like October. Majority of you guys won't even see me because I'm gonna be in St. Louis soon. I'm not moving.
Out of curiosity, what would you say is the part of streaming that you enjoy? Like the part of it that you enjoy the most?
Interaction. I enjoy interaction with the people and actually just having casual conversation. Because for me,
I know Wally enjoy being petty.
Points of like when I'm talking to you right now, I like.
See,
like,
that is just wrong for you to say that. That is so wrong for you to say that.
Wait,
it's like, the enjoyment for you to be on YouTube is being petty. Oh, see, that just jacked up. That is just so wrong.
What's
that?
That?
That is so wrong. That's like the second or third thing. You were close though.
Wally, great close, you know that. He's worse.
You was close though. That's like the second or third thing.
But
but it is the engagement. It is the engagement. That's the main thing.
but yeah, like I said, couch conversation with my boys that I've talked to, like you, Wally. I talk to every now and then because we talk like whenever we can, so it's easy for me to reach him. But like you, Marcus, cats that I haven't spoken to in a while, like I like that, like talking to you cats, because like I said, because I don't get to see you guys enough, and also we're always so busy. So whenever I do get a chance to see you, when I do stream and you do pop up, it's like, oh, dude, my man Watts, bro. We got to talk about football, man. We ain't talked in a minute. You know, things like that. Like that's.
I will say, you know what? I like your platform. Like, I think that it's underrated when people do have the opportunity to disappear and pop back up. Like the fact that you're not around every day, I think that is undervalued. For one. And for two, there are quite a few people who, you know, right after COVID, during COVID, everybody and their mama was streaming and building pages and stuff. And it's like, they were cool at first, and then it just becomes a drama page. And your platform has never turned into like a drama page. Like, people don't come over here and jump on a panel because they want to tell you how Wally ain't shit and his mama got big feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't come over here for that.
I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, because I don't ever let it turn into that. And that's because I think ever since I went into that one stream I ever had, I always said I wouldn't let this channel turn into that, and I'm glad it has it. Because like I said, because I tell people, say, listen, you take that baby mama or baby daddy bullshit somewhere else. This is not the place for that. Like even if this was a reaction channel, I'm like, no, take that shit somewhere else, bro. We're just over here chilling, shooting the shit, talking about life. All that, whatever. Like I said, if we want to bring a topic up of that conversation, that's fine. But the difference is, I ain't gonna let motherfuckers start roasting niggas on here, be stupid and be disrespectful. Like I can just shut down the vibe I got over here. Like that's not gonna happen.
David, you'll make one more.
I'd rather see Wally swim with the sharks than have that shit happen. And Wally, yes, she would win. You know it.
Wait, what? Did you just say to swim with the sharks?
Yes, my nigga.
Wrong with you?
Hey, listen, bro. You seen Jaws? They only go after the.
You're on your own. Then throw yourself in there.
Dude. Black people are safe from the freaking Jaws. Do you not know that? I'm just kidding.
You know why black people are safe? Because we don't get in the water. Because we don't get in that fucking water. Did you do Olo? Did you do Olo?
Yeah,
you don't get in the water, bro. Oh, that's such a stereotypical movie, but it's the truth, bro. There's a reason why there's not black people in that movie because we were smart not to get in the water. That's why. F that. Yo,
I'm,
the director who made that dude was on some shit like Saw. I ain't gonna lie. He's like, everybody just don't get it. But nah, man.
you
Like
know
I
what's
said,
crazy is I was literally just having a conversation with somebody today, and I was saying that Samuel L. Jackson is like a super great actor, and I think the three films, like if you were trying to figure out who Samuel L. Jackson is as an actor, the three films that would tell you who the fuck he is Pulp Fiction, Deep Blue Sea, and Snakes on a Plane.
Snakes on a Plane. Okay. You know what? I would actually.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Plane. Oh, it's so good, bro. I love Pulp Fiction, bro. That's my. I can rewatch that religiously.
Oh, that shit.
Oh, I shot Marvin in the face. What the fuck you do that for? He says, "Oh
Say
man,
one more thing, one more time, and see what happens.
Oh, it's funny, bro. He said, "What the fuck, man?" Well, Jules, this ain't my freaking town, bro. Man, I'm sorry, bro.
But you would say that because this is me, right? I would agree with you with the Pulp Fiction. You said Snakes on the Plane, and what else?
He said Deep Blue.
Deep Blue Sea.
The shark. Yeah, the mentality.
See, I would change one of those other selections for Coach Carter.
Coach Carter, not Vince Carter. Coach Carter. That's what I said.
Yep. You gotta think, because that's like when I think about that, I definitely have to think about him like that one in that movie. For sure.
Because remember, every role that, and watch notice, every role that man plays, he's the leader of shit. He runs shit. In Coach Carter, he runs those boys. Just saying.
That was a powerful movie. Yo, speaking of powerful, do y'all watch The Shy?
Yes. I do.
Yo, my man. Yo. Are you watching the new season?
I just started watching it.
I haven't got to it.
Okay. I don't want to spoil it.
Justin, you ain't
I don't want to spoil
it. Wait, is it a major thing? Because if it ain't major, then you're not.
Because if I'm guessing how to do that.
Look, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just gonna say I have grown to like Papa as an actor so much after this season. Like his scenes in this season, fucking crazy.
I can't disagree
with that. Oh man, this final season is written so beautifully. Like it's written so well. Like the writing, just the writing, the dialogue between characters, fucking amazing. I wish TV like this. There's not enough TV like this.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I might just do a stream for that. To be honest, I just might do one for that shit, bro.
Honestly, there's a lot of conversations that you could have off of this season alone.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, if you really look into a show very well and literally pinpoint a lot of scenes, you can make a whole you can literally ask so much questions about it and just go into details. Like that's what I'm planning on doing for my other channel that I'm planning on working with. So
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I tell people, you can make a conversation about Power, about Shot.
Oh hell yeah!
Freaking The Wire, all them shits. And trust me, I had to catch back up on Power because I'm on Kanan's story right now, and I like that shit right now. That shit's real good.
I gave up on it. I gave up on it.
The only thing I stopped by the time I watched the Tommy shit because he's like let's keep it real. He was more black than some of the black characters, bro. I'm gonna lie. Crazy. Let's keep it real. I told my friend, I said he a real. One of my friends, he a real nigga. Tommy act like an actual real nigga. All them seasons in the beginning, yeah. Because I tell my friends,
I think them as kids, like if they made a show about them growing up, how they met, how they became,
they all met, how this
the powerful motherfuckers. If they made a show about that, I would watch that.
I would definitely watch that.
I mean, I think
I want to see how it all like happened, how that because I tell people all the time, like, bro, I think when we came into the series of Power, things were already happening, already happened. We never got any backstory to anything. We got stuff in past talk, in past dialogue. But if they did the beginning of like how Kanan met up with Ghost, how he met Tommy, what's her name, Tasha, all that. I'll watch that whole thing. I'll watch that entire thing gladly. And then you led up to him going to jail and all that. And I'm like, okay, now I know why Ghost is in charge of why he's in charge of everything now.
Well, yeah, because so this is my opinion, right? I think because they could do one with Ghost for sure. Like they could do a Ghost story, then they could just piece it all together, and then of course they do a Tommy backstory. But the reason why I think like the Kanan story is, I would say it may just, for any viewers out there, you may like it, you may not. But when you think about it, I think because everything started with him, like the whole movement, everything it started with him. And then, of course, it branched out with, him finding, Ghost, Tommy, and all that. And then, voila, this whole ordeal came in. And then as they got older, the move came into play, and then voila. And then we finally got the power.
Exactly. I'll be honest, they would all probably be cool with that motherfucker had it not been for that motherfucker's wife. I ain't gonna lie. I'll say that.
Well, he knows that because he knows that. That's the main reason.
Because people don't.
That's why all the motherfuckers died in that first series.
People remember, like I said, it's confirmed in the season 1 or season 2, whenever he got out, and that the person that the caller said it was a female. The anonymous caller was a woman. So I'm like, okay, it was Tasha. So I'm like, I got that.
Well, wait. What do you mean by anonymous? What do you mean by the anonymous caller?
She put in the call to have him get pulled over. And then
okay.
Set him up.
Kanan picked up some work, and Tasha was the one that called and told the cops that he had it on him.
Mm-hmm. They put in the back of his car, like I said, because he was running with a busted taillight too. That was another thing too.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for the taillight and the stuff they put in there, he probably never would have happened, to be honest.
Yeah, he never would have got caught.
Yeah, never would have got caught. Yeah, and also, if you want to be real, I've always said this: what's criminally underrated is Kanan and Tyreek, because it really showed Kanan how he really meshed with Tyreek, like he really fucked with him. Now hey, watch, you think differently. I think otherwise. Because remember, he's playing, but at the same time, trust me, he's gonna indoctrinate his son the way that his son got indoctrinated by Ghost. That's pretty much.
But the thing is with Tyreek, see, I ain't gonna lie.
And I don't like Tyreek at all.
There was one reason why his character had to be knocked off on the first series, bro. There was no reason, because you got manipulated and fooled by a woman that actually set up your own fucking father in the first place. And that was the sad part. Like you catching feelings was the reason you got knocked off.
Go ahead, Watch.
I knew when his sister got took. When they took his sister, I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. I knew right from that very fucking moment, like, oh, he's about to be a hoe. This is the whole ass nigga right here.
Yeah. Yep. Because
how you watch your sister get popped, cuz?
Oh,
like, who don't watch their sister get popped, cuz?
Bro, I would have went out. First of all, I would have jumped on that nigga and I blew his brains out. Because guess what? Because to me, to this day, I said Tyreek should have got shot. I keep saying that. He should have got shot.
He a hoe.
Yeah, he a hoe. That's exactly what I said. Because I hear people defend Tyreek for that shit. I'm like, no, Tyreek is definitely a hoe. I'm sorry, bro. Ever since you let that go,
how are they gonna defend that?
What do you mean? Why?
You said that they defended it. How are they gonna defend that?
Oh! I thought you were defending this nigga. I'm like, bro, I know you're not defending that.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he ends up getting the dude that did it, but still, like, how do they defend that at that moment, at that time,
dude,
at that particular?
Dude, I even gonna lie.
Anyone who defends him is scary. You a scary motherfucker. If you trying to defend him, you're scary. Anyone who tries to defend Tariq, to me in my brain now you're classified as scary. You a scary motherfucker.
Wait, scared? Wait, scary as in like you think like this, or scary as in like you're afraid?
No, yeah. So if anyone that watches that show and agrees with any of Tariq's actions in that scenario, I am of the mind that the person who's defending Tariq is a scary motherfucker. If you think that it was cool for him to hide in a corner and watch what happened to his sister, and you're trying to defend that, that means that you, as the person who's defending it, would hide in a corner and watch some shit like that happen too. So you a scary motherfucker just like that motherfucker is.
Probably.
That's how I would interpret it.
Because I've always said the scariest people are the ones who are silent more than the ones who are louder. And Tyreek has really been silent majority of the freaking series. And so he's trying to like get his own crew and all this stuff. That's what I've been hearing they're doing with his character. I never really cared for that particular. But to me, like I said, once Ghost got shot, I was like, the series is over. The series is over. and I tell everybody, like, listen, to this day, Ghost technically picked the wrong woman all this time, even though he had kids with her, which is his responsibility. I've always said the fact that this dude told his wife what he was trying to do. He said, "Listen, I don't want to be a drug dealer no more. The only drug dealers I know are either dead or in jail. This is my dream. This is what I want to do." And it's like, and she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You a drug dealer?" And he was like, and since I can't, you won't let me be what I want to be, like, and I can't fucking escape this shit. I'm gonna be with somebody who makes me feel like I can be what I want to be. He told his wife what he was trying to do, and this chick is like, and I remember that last scene. There was one scene I did like where he actually comes out and all her bullshit. Lily says, he said, she's like, "Did you ever love me at one point in time?" He said, "Yeah, I loved you. But it's not the me you fell in love with. It's that motherfucker over there, what you thought was there. The greatest drug dealer in New York. That's who the hell you fell in love with. Not me."
You bringing this up, and it's funny because I was having a conversation with a female. I was having a conversation with a female not too long ago, and I was telling her that I feel like sometimes females have this thing where they focus more on other bitches ending their relationship and not realizing that they're the one that ends their relationship. Like,
yes.
I think that shit just completely goes over their head. Like,
it does.
You're more worried about me fucking another bitch rather than the fact that your mouth is going to be the reason I leave.
Well, yeah, your mouth is going to be the reason why I leave. Not, trust me. And it's like you're kind of like setting tables. You flipped over when you say shit like that. Like, for example, you're not thinking. And if you think that you are, you wouldn't be saying the stuff that you're saying. So, what's the word I would use? You're not actually using your brain. You're just kind of saying stuff, and you're trying to pinpoint and use something that I may have done to either rally a cry or a push for something to make me believe that I may be in the wrong, which ain't gonna work on me, by the way. Because I know if I fucked up, I'll admit to some stuff. But what I ain't gonna do is lie to make you feel bad. Fuck that. That's not me. I ain't taking no L's on that. That's you, sweetheart. And I get that same freaking sentiment when I think about Ghost and Tasha. When I think of the sentiment, I'm like, nah, sweetheart. Listen, you could have just been on board with the brother's dream because if I wanted to get, because this man trying to go clean for the kids, for you, all this shit. So I can't hate the brother for what he's trying to do because he's like, I'm sending them for good schools, all this. Our kids gonna be set. Just let me run this clean wise. Tommy can handle whatever, do whatever jerk you want to do. I'll just do this for our family. Simple enough. And I'm just like, yo, ladies. I mean, at least Tasha, like, you done. You done.
I mean, but let me throw this caveat in there because what you said about the female, basically, like, already thinking ahead, saying that the dude was going to cheat on her. I mean, in my honest opinion, if you already had that, like, did that always happen in her head and then she just came with that solution, or neither it was just like it just came out of nowhere because of some situation?
To me, some girls ran that across to her. Like kind of like a walk by, and they gave it to her in passing and put it in her brain and they said some shit. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking why. Because
that just can't come from nowhere.
Ask the question. I didn't hear the complete question. What was the question?
Yeah, hold on. So I said, right. So when she had said that, right, was that simply because she just always had that in her head, as far as just having in her head, like amongst her getting into the relationship, or neither that's something that was built up?
To my understanding of the conversation, it was basically that to me, my understanding is that she has a trust issue, which is normal, right? People have trust issues. Okay, cool, I get that. So because you have these trust issues, now you're projecting onto me the thoughts that you have in your mind. So when I leave, when it wasn't my shorty that I was talking to. I was talking to somebody else,
Yeah.
female.
Right.
So when her dude would get up and go to work, she has it in her mind that he might be going to work, but when he leaves work, he going to see another bitch. When he decides he's gonna go to Walmart to go get groceries, he's gonna go to Walmart, but he's gonna go to the mall. He's gonna go to the Walmart where the other bitch is. If anything that had to do with him doing something without her involved another bitch. But the part that she was missing was that every time he comes home from work, she's giving him attitude. When he has a day off, instead of him being able to relax, now he's doing the shit that he asked her to do. So if the two of them are living in the same house and he says, all right, sweetheart, I'm going to be the breadwinner. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to work. And you're going to be the homemaker. You're going to be the one that washes the dishes and folds the clothes and everything like that. There was a conversation there. There's an understanding there. But there would be plenty of days where he would come home from work and she ain't washed a single fucking dish. So then the problem is she's in her brain thinking that because there are other bitches, that's what makes him step out of the house. She's not realizing that if you would just argue less and wash dishes more, he would have a reason to sit in the house. He wouldn't have a reason to be like, you know what, I don't feel like dealing with this. I'll be back later.
Right. So at that point, that's my whole point of asking, because I think at this point, if you know you have those issues, stay single. Just that simple. Just stay single. Like for real, like stay single. Like this is my thing I hate with people. It's like on one side, you want to be in a relationship and you don't want to, you don't want to be lucked out. So you're gonna get that relationship and knowing that you're getting a good person, but then you F it up because your insecurities jacked it up for you and how you went about it. Like, come on now.
That should be funny, dog. It'd be funny. Humans are very, very entertaining. Like human beings are just entertaining motherfuckers. And I enjoy people because there is no better entertainment on this planet than other humans, dog. I just, man, the shit that people create in their mind, the shit people create in their mind is fucking beautiful.
Hey Watts, I've preached that for years. The human brain is an incredible organism. While it's actually getting me to think that people just think these things because they're thinking them, but I'm thinking there might be something deeper than that than what I'm coming to the conclusion and surface of. Because it's a quandary, my brother. It's quite a quandary. I can't even tell you, bro. I'm like the way we think is just. Sometimes I can't help but laugh at it. I'm like, this is, man, like this shit is like a parody right now. Like y'all parodies of yourselves at this point.
A beautiful parody.
Because as far as I'm concerned, anybody who not thinks like this, anybody who has that dilemma, that might as well be part of Jenga for me. Because it seems like to me like y'all playing a freaking role in something. And I don't even know what it is. And I'm sure Wally would chalk that up to like, you're being indoctrinated.
I wouldn't say indoctrinated. I would say, because again, what she had going on, that's not much of indoctrination. That's just much of a lot of wounds and cuts being, solely open. But the thing is, she just never prepared them. This is like, you just don't got enough. You don't got the proof to prove that he's been hanging around with a bunch of females. I mean, let's be honest. Does he even smell like females when he comes to the house?
That's just paranoia. I mean, that's just paranoia. Linkin Park said, man, a whirlwind inside of my head. Literally. This girl's got it.
I'm going to go to the subways. Oh, no, you're going to go meet a bitch.
I personally think that somebody that carries that kind of shit, like somebody that continuously pushes guilt onto you, like, oh, you must be going to the store because that bitch there. What are you doing? Like, are you tripping because every time I leave, you texting another dude? Like, what's happening right now? Exactly. You must be thinking I'm doing the same thing you doing. Like, what's happening right now?
Yep, and then always be that reversal too. Sometimes it be that reversal. They just do that just to get you out, but reality is they just doing that on the flip.
Well, I can't really disagree with that. I just think some people are not even less focused. I think some people are just they believe certain things that they believe, and also, but at the same time, some people carry trauma/paranoia with them to believe a certain mindset of stuff that they really have no fucking evidence for. I don't know if Wally, did you get what I mean when I said that?
You ask me, you ask what?
Asking you.
Oh, yeah. I get exactly what you said, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, if you watch Maury, Jerry Springer, most of these shows, they show you these females. They show you these females. They say all this shit. They're like, oh, he was cheating. He was doing this and that. All this, and the next thing you know, oh, the light of the test says he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. But then when he comes back, give it some time. He comes back for you. Next thing you know, like, oh yeah, you was cheating. Oh, so really? So you were coming after me, but yeah, you the one cheating. Make that make sense?
No, but it was only because I thought you was.
Yeah, exactly. That's a sad excuse. That's a sad excuse as well. You got no proof of it, yet you still doing it. Come on now. That backwards.
To everybody watching us, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining me, Watts, Wally, Mandrell, and Zark just like kicking it today, man. If Watts plans to be on backstage, we're gonna talk backstage or anything like that. Unless they want to talk to the brother, I know he's busy. But hey man, thank y'all, man. Y'all amazing. And so I managed to get four to six viewers that are still watching me after the conversation's over. But this is entertaining. I love conversations like this with Watts and freaking Wally. Like I said, it's always, trust me, it's always something new. I ain't even gonna hold at you. So, oh man, hey man, listen. At least we brothers ain't talking about what the Kardashians wearing and shit. At least we ain't doing that.
Oh hell!
I give little to no fucks.
Bro, who would watch that trash? I'm sorry, like I ain't gonna lie. Like look, I ain't gonna lie, right? I stumbled across that shit at least like towards like the early parts, and I was watching it way back when freaking the brother was skinny and somewhat averagely buff, and he was telling his sister that you was nothing but a hoe. Like I remember watching it back then, but because this shit was funny at that time. But after that, I'm like, come on, bro, it ain't worth it. It's reality TV. Who gives a rat's ass about the Kardashians' life?
Nobody.
It's going to shits and shambles. We all know.
And with that being said,
Jedi, what it do?
F Kim K. I don't care.
That's another one I'd be happy to see pop up. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's another one I'd be happy to see pop up every now and then too. Jedi Mike, man, I'd be happy to see Jedi pop up. He another one of those people that'll scream for a couple of days, then he'll disappear, then he'll come back for a day or two. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit.
Yeah, he'll disappear. He's not trying to like run damage control for these cats, but yeah, definitely.
My people be ready to tell me to come back already.
Wally, we need you back regardless. Other than that, guys.
Other
than that, audience,
my people be trying to get me back here.
Peace out, y'all.